In 1891, brothers and watchmakers Albert and Gustav Stolz established their Angelus watchmaking manufacture in Le Locle, Switzerland. They began with a small workshop on the Rue de Marais, modest beginnings for what would become an important brand. A few years later, after qualifying as a watchmaker, the third brother, Charles, joined Angelus. Skilled watchmakers, the Stolzes quickly registered several patents for repetition and chronograph calibers, and Angelus pocket watches won several prizes, such as a gold medal at the International Exhibition in Paris in 1902. Over the next decade, countless awards followed. During the Great War, times were difficult, but Angelus continued to produce watches, among them a pocket watch for eyesight-impaired war veterans. The dial of these pocket watches had no crystal, so that one could feel the hands and thus read the time. As repeater pocket watches declined, Angelus developed its model range, first with table and travel alarm clocks, and in 1925 introduced its first in-house monopusher chronograph caliber SF-15. Building on its successes, Angelus revealed the world's smallest 8-day caliber SF-N9, accurate to plus or minus 1 minute per week and guaranteeing up to 10 days of power reserve. In the same year, additional brands, including Tiffany, also presented watch models equipped with this Angelus movement. In 1941, the manufacture moved to a bigger facility in Le Locle. 1 year later, Angelus created a sensation in the world of watchmaking with the introduction of the world's first series of full calendar chronographs, named Chronodate and Chronodato. From 1943 onwards, it was powered with the caliber SF-217, a large and impressive chronograph with a 45-minute counter and a full calendar. The Chronodato became the most famous and probably best-sold watch made by Angelus during the 20th century. Following World War II, the Hungarian Air Force chose Angelus to equip its pilots with chronograph pilot watches, equipped with the caliber SF-215. This caliber ranks among Angelus' most iconic chronographs, famously going on to equip Panerai legendary military diver chronograph, the Radiomir Mare Nostrum prototype. In 1948, Angelus presented the Chronodate Lux, the world's first series chronograph featuring a digital date display. On the dial are also displayed the day and the moon phase. Angelus also made calendar watches with digital date display, but without chronograph or moon phase. Further confirming its creativity, in 1958, Angelus launched an extraordinary wristwatch, the Tinkler, which is the first ever automatic repeater wristwatch and the first waterproof repeater wristwatch. The Tinkler's repeater mechanism strikes on the hour and quarter hours. From the 60s onward, Angelus continued making interesting chronographs, such as a model for doctors with pulsation and breath frequency scale, or an electric wristwatch powered with a Landeron 4750 inside, the very first electric Swiss watch caliber. When the production of Angelus watches was stopped is not known. In 2011, La Joux Perret bought Angelus and unveiled its first 21st century collection, upholding the brand's reputation for innovation with such remarkably complex timepieces as the hyper-technical U30 Tourbillon Rattrapante. In 2022, Angelus celebrates the 80th anniversary of the Chronodate with a new in-house chronograph that builds on its illustrious heritage with a sharp, modernized design.